Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Josh Jones in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We won it. Come, hey, let's go.
From the 24, Allen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Down. 60 outlaw. Topper. Hey, dude.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Andy Isabella 55 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first down team at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check 55, Mike. Oh, yeah.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 55, come on. Hey, Haywood.
And now they'll throw with Allen. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They give to Johnson going right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Watching your fire. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
6-6, pull it high. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Go. I got him. He's mine.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Go. Hey, wahoo!
7-7, our score after one. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
You got nothing.
General West.
Kill.
Smooth.
Watch out.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Andy Isabella. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. He'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down.
Look at me, zipper, alpha. Yo, faster, now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 56.
Back to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
56. Mike, 56.
Back to throw now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now is Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
36. Tight dog. 55.
Hey, high 7.
Allen will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, 17 George, watch 17.
Hey, Orbit.
Check 55, Mike. I got him. 55, Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shoot!
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Santos' kick is up and through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Strip that ball.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
Hey, dude.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the eye.
General West.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Bravo.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Ready?
Ito Smith, his first carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup.
Hey, Hayward.
At the
56,
14-yard line.
56. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Charlie!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Allen going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, wahoo!
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 55, Mike 55.
56, 56.
Hey, check Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 24, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Check, 55, Mike.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, check right. Watch it,
Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Andy Isabella was the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
Alert! Middle.
Throwing is Allen on third. That is caught inside the 5. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. This one caught by Isabella. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
No.
Go. 5.
He's back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
60 or.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This would put them in the NFC title game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go.
At their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because